In this video, we're going to talk about Wonderware Online Insight. Specifically, how do we layer information onto a map? We can see live processed data from Wonderware Online in a geoscada format in a map so we can see our distributed assets out there in the world. Online Insight can take data from a lot of different data sources. We can pump data up from a classic InTouch application, from a Tier 1 historian, from an InTouch machine edition, directly from I/O servers, from MQTT drivers, from JSON RESTful connections. So there's a lot of different data sources can pump data up to Wonderware Online and give us dashboards that we can look at clients or in a browser or on our mobile phone to see data at our fingertips. So this is an example of an InSight dashboard. Data is coming up from a lot of different data sources, but all these dashboards that you configure are all drillable. I can drill into my Station 2 KPIs and I can go look at that data. I can go look at a different time horizon if I want to. I can drill into the data. So if I want to click here, I can go specifically say I want to go look at this specific area. So some of the basic things we can do with InSight that's been outlined in some other videos we have out there on the site. But we're going to talk specifically, how do we get mapping information into InSight? So here's an example of the map app in action. You can see here's the United States map showing different cities and the temperature of those cities. I can drill into a specific location. I can drill out. I can specifically, if I want to go look at Chicago and drill a little deeper into Chicago's information and say click on a trend. And let's say I want to go look at the last 7 days of Chicago. So there's a way that I can drill into a map and see more information. If I want to go back to the actual map application, I can go look at the major cities. It's going to bring up those tags, and then I can go back and pick what I want to do. If I want to go drill into Los Angeles, I can go look at a trend for Los Angeles and see more information about that. So let's go take a look at how we configure the geoscada coordinates to see this information on a map. So let's say we have these different stations out here, Station 1, Station 2, Station 3, and I want to show that information on a map. Let's go through that configuration. So I go into my configuration tab here, and I go to my tag dictionary. This is going to show me all the tags that I have available, and it's going to give me that information. I'm going to download that into my Microsoft Excel spreadsheet on my online account. So I'm going to go find the tags that I want to associate with a specific geolocation. So I'm going to pick these tags here. I got a flow tag here, I have a temperature, I have a flow, and I'm assigning the geolocations for a specific location I want to show up on the map. Once I do that, I'm going to hit save. It's going to import that configuration back to Online Insight, and then I'll go configure my map. So now I have my tags saved. I'm going to go search for those tags in my database, and it's going to come back with 11 different tags that it found. So all those station tags. So I'm going to go make sure I have all these tags turned on that I want. So there's my flow, my pressure, my temperature. So I have these tags turned on. I'm going to look at the last hour's worth of data. So there's all that data coming up live from my processes, from my different stations out here. But now I added the geolocation. I have the ability to go here and say, I want to go look at a map view, and it's going to show that information on my map. So those are the coordinates I added. Baltimore, Richmond, and Davidson, North Carolina, which happens to be the in-source offices. You can see the live data coming up from those different sites. It's all drillable. If I want to go look at this flow signal, I can drill into this and say I want to go look at a trend of that variable. Right? I can go back and say I want to go look at the map view and see that information back on my map for that specific location. So now I have that map configured. I have the ability to save that map and use that again or bring it into a dashboard. So if I hit save, I want to share my content and call it my map, and I'm going to save it. So now that map is available in my content. If I clear my content out of here, I can go here and say there's my map, and it's going to bring up my map application and show that information again, and I can very easily embed that inside my dashboard. So I think you'll agree with me, it's pretty easy to add information to a map. We pull that information up from our different sensors, add a geolocation, and it's going to show up in the map. I can zoom in, zoom out, save that in the dashboard, save that information to go back in time. So it's a great tool to be able to show your geographically distributed devices out there on a map and a dashboard to be able to get a live status of what's going on out there at your facilities. Well, thanks for watching today. If you have any questions about what you saw in this video, please contact me at the email below. Thanks again.